It's becoming an all too familiar sight. That sugary sweet smelling cloud of smoke wafting above as someone nearby puffs on an e-cigarette.
So did you smoke cigarettes before?
A couple times, but I realized I didn't want to get started on the path.
Jordan Unguiano is like thousands of people across the country who look at e-cigarettes as a viable and some believe safer option to lighting up. In fact, the head of the Food and Drug Administration actually endorsed the idea last year, believing that e-cigarettes were safer than smoking. He launched an initiative to get more smokers to make the switch, but he did not anticipate one frightening side effect.
We have early data from the National Youth Tobacco Survey showing a sharp spike in the use of e-cigarettes by kids.
I started vaping about 3 years ago when I was about 18.
According to the CDC's National Youth Survey, Jordan has lots of company. In 2016, 1.7 million high schoolers admitted to using e-cigarettes within the past 30 days. That number for middle schoolers was 500,000. The Surgeon General says e-cigarette use by high schoolers increased by 900% between 2011 and 2015. Kevin Eyre is the assistant principal at Clio High School. He says he's definitely seen vaping grow in popularity.
Students using vapes in the bathroom, they'll go in there between classes or, even ask for a pass and they'll go in there and use it then.
So, what makes it so appealing to young people? Maybe it has something to do with the colorful and fun packaging and the assortment of flavors.
It's the flavor I use right here, blueberry Danish, Cyclops vapor. It's delicious, it's one of my favorites. Raging Donut, pure lemonade, those are some of my favorites.
But Eyre says many students don't know enough about the dangers of e-cigarettes.
I think there's a lot of ignorance about the product. A lot of the students that we're talking to, they think that, well, there's no nicotine.
But they are wrong.
There is nicotine, which has a lot of problems with nicotine on your heart. And that's one of the main reasons people get heart attacks.
And the Surgeon General says that nicotine is an even bigger problem when you're young. That's the message behind this public service announcement.
Some say e-cigarettes aren't dangerous.
But science shows nicotine can harm teens' developing brains.
Dr. Venkat Rao is a pulmonary physician. He says nicotine is also highly addictive. And he says the problems with vaping don't stop there.
There are a lot of chemicals in the vaping solution, and they do go into the lung and cause health problems.
He adds that e-cigarettes are not currently regulated by the FDA. That means you don't always know what you're getting, and that this stuff should not end up in the hands of teens. His best advice, don't start. As for Jordan, he says a friend introduced him to vaping 3 years ago.
He showed me this. He actually sold this to me. And ever since then, I've been hooked on it.
He says he's aware long-term research might show there are negative health effects from vaping. But for now, he says he sees it as a safer alternative to smoking.
Like the thousands of chemicals in cigarettes, it's not that as dangerous as it.
Now, what might come as a shock is how easy you can actually get this stuff. Now, you can buy a starter kit right off of eBay, no matter what age you are, no questions asked. Now, the FDA says it's considering a full ban on selling all of these types of products online, and the agency's director is paying special attention to the companies that sell illegally to minors. Reporting live in the studio tonight, Kate Nadolski, W1EM TV5.